The Gadget Inspector.
What's good, everybody? Your friendly neighborhood Gadget Inspector here, and today we are taking a look at the JDRC JD-20. Now, it's obviously styled after the DJI Spark. It looks good though, so I'm not mad at it. And I'm just going to tell you right off the rip, this quad has a fantastic camera. You'll see for yourself shortly during the flight test. So let's get in this box. The manuals are laid out okay. As you can see, the quadcopter folds up into a pretty small form factor. Even the controller looks like the controller for the Spark. Everything is nice and compact. Okay, now you're getting 3 batteries with this bundle that I received. You get these 2 and the one already in the quadcopter. You get prop guards, extra props, a screwdriver, and a micro USB cable to charge the batteries. Alright, let's take a closer look at the quad. Here's the camera, and you can tilt it almost all the way facing down and then a bit upward as well. The camera resolution is only 720p, but it looks every bit of 720p. The video only records at 20 frames per second, but it records directly to an SD card, and it still looks really good. Okay, now to get the bird ready to fly, you just extend the arms like so. Man, this thing really looks like the Spark. This is where the micro SD card goes. Here's the third battery. It's a 3.7 volt, 800 milliamp hour proprietary battery, but hey, you get 3. And this is where you charge the battery, so you won't be able to use your balance charger with these. It has these rubberized landing feet, so really good for getting those soft landings. Here's the power button. Just hold it down for a couple of seconds and it fires up. Now the LED game is tight, and this is how LEDs should be. You can see them at all angles and from the top and the bottom. So great visibility even in daylight. This thing lights up nice for night flights. Alright, let's take a quick look at the controller. These antennas are fake. They're just there to give it that Spark controller look. When you power on the controller, it will automatically pair with the quad. The left trigger button is to change rates. There's 3 rates, low, medium, and high. The right trigger is to do flips. The left and right arrow buttons are for trimming, and then the up and down arrows are also for trimming. This button is 1-key return, and this one is headless mode. Push down the left stick for auto takeoff and the right stick for auto land. The smartphone holder is built into the remote and pulls out like this. It will accommodate larger phones, but you might have to remove your case or your bumper. To reset the gyros, make sure the quad is on a flat surface and bring the sticks to the inside corners. To unlock the motors, bring the sticks to the outside corners and inside to stop them. Now, as you can see, the sticks on my controller do get stuck for some reason. I can probably fix this with a little oil or something though, so no big deal. Oh, I forgot to mention that there are 2 additional trigger buttons. The one on the right is to emergency stop the motors. The left button is to take photos and video. Hold down the button for a couple of seconds to start recording. Alright, now let's get outside and fly this thing, y'all. Okay, so we are out here to do the flight test, and where this little baby is going to shine is in the camera. The camera quality is very good. Uh-oh, looks like my app crashed. Let's get it back. There we go, we're ready to go. I'm going to snap off a picture here right off the bat. I don't know if I'm getting any audio feedback here. And I can check that real quick. Okay, I'm actually going to go ahead and take that glove off. It's not working well. It's supposed to be touchscreen enabled, but it's not working well. Anyway, so I'll take a photo. There's no audio feedback there, but that's not a big deal. Let's get right in the air, starting the video camera. Let's do a calibration. Let's unlock the motors. And let's do an auto takeoff. And we are in the air. It's not super windy here today, but there is a little bit of a breeze. And there it is. We're just in the low rate here. I really like this quadcopter. It's, like I said before, it's obvious what's going on here. It's an obvious clone. I always say clone, and then in the comment section, some of the viewers always let me know it's not a clone, man. It's a knockoff. Well, whatever it is, it looks like the the Spark, right? And I'm not mad at it because I like the way it looks. You know what I mean? Let some of us dream, man. Everybody can afford a Spark, man. Let some of us dream. All right, I'm tripping. All right, let's go ahead and give it some pitch here. There's full pitch in the low rate. I'm going to bring it back and let you see. Really good flyer, really good altitude hold. There's our pitch. So pretty steady. You can get really good footage that way. And since you can tilt that camera, if you're going to be in the higher rate, you can go ahead and tilt it up a little bit because that angle is pitching down. Let's go up to the high, medium rate, I should say. So we should have a little more pitch and speed, which we do. Still holding its altitude very well. Good little flyer, man. I like this one a lot. There we go. And we can do flips and stuff. So let's go ahead and do a flip or two. Whoops. There we go. And let's kick it up to the high rate. So even more pitch and speed. And it's still maintaining its altitude. That is really good. Okay. All right, I'm not going to take it up super high, but let's take it up a little bit and check out this camera. And I'm going to go ahead and stop my hat cam here briefly because it doesn't do well in the cold temperatures, and just to make sure I do capture all of the footage. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing with the quadcopter video. So stopping that and restarting. Good quadcopter, man. Good quadcopter. Listen to me like it's a dog. Good quadcopter. Good quadcopter, boy. Flies great. Altitude hold works really, really well. Looks like they got this one right. Even though it's a clone or whatever you want to call it of the Spark. Which I tend to like, frankly. Thank you very much. Good flyer. Those LEDs are prominent enough as well. I can see those decently well. And it has a good camera on it. Probably one of the better cameras I've seen on a quadcopter. Others with a really solid camera are the Baby Elfie, JDRC Baby Elfie, and the Helicute Wave Razor. Those have excellent cameras as well, just like this. Really good quality for what it is. Snap off a picture if I can here. Two or three. Okay, there's our audio feedback. I thought we got audio feedback from that camera. another one. Don't want to lose it over there. Let's bring it, actually I'm going to do a flip, and that's a trick I use to see if we are at LVC or not. So at LVC, the quadcopter will not flip any longer. So that's just a trick if I'm kind of high up or whatever and I can't see the LEDs. I'll do that. Another picture. I'm trying to get some pictures snapped off here for you guys to see how good this camera is. Another one. And you can snap them off as you fly. Alright, let's bring it back down. Really good quad, man. And I was flying around before. I felt like I was getting really good flight time out of it too, but we'll definitely have the flight clock up as we always do here, so you can get a good record of that. And we're not going to, take it out too far just because of the conditions here today. And also keep that in mind, it's about 16 degrees, so the flight time will be shortened due to that. All of my batteries that I'm using here today are affected by it. And as I say that, let me go ahead and stop my action camera again, make sure I have this footage, and restarting. Alright, good flight time. Not sure how long we've been flying, but I feel like it's been a little while. And the lights are flashing now. And this one has the altitude, I'm sorry, not altitude hold. This one has the 1-key return and headless mode functions. We're not going to worry with testing those today. Because they're frankly not really features that I like. And I don't recommend you use them really. But there's buttons on here that you can push to engage them. Now let me see if I can stop that camera. Okay, good. We should be getting ready to land here pretty soon. So why not bring it down and let you see what it looks like? How about that? Got a little breeze going here. And let's start the camera again if I can. Alright, let's bring it on over. I don't think I got myself in the shot yet. And there I am. And we are landing. Pretty soft landing too. Okay. Now let me go ahead and snap off some photos just to make sure I give this quad its due in terms of the camera. Really want you guys to see how darn good it is. And actually, let me get myself here. Try to stand in a position where it's good lighting. All right. Really good camera. Okay, so I'm going to go back home and give you my final thoughts there because it's much too cold out here to do it. But I think I probably said it several times throughout the video. I like this one. I think it's a really solid quadcopter. This is definitely a good one and definitely one I can recommend. So let's head back to the crib and let's close out the video. Okay, everybody, let's do our quick wrap up and final thoughts. So I'm going to let you know right now, this is a good one. I like it. The camera is what does it for me. This thing checks all the boxes for what you're looking for in a toy grade quadcopter. You're getting 3 batteries, so that's going to take care of your flight time. Now, the LED lights are very prominent. The way that they put together the LEDs is brilliant because you have visibility on the bottom, on all the sides, and the tops. As you can see, the altitude hold works very, very well, even when pitching forward. And it's just a very stable machine. Okay, and I really don't have any cons, man. I mean, this is a toy grade quadcopter. It's under 60 bucks. It's pretty much everything I would look for in a toy grade quadcopter. You know, I like to fly sporty. I have quadcopters for that. I like to do aerial photography, serious aerial photography. I have quads for that. I like to do FPV. I have quads for that. For toy grade that flies nice, that has a nice camera on it where I can take some pictures and selfies and stuff like that, kind of worry free, this fits the bill. If I gotta pick anything that I don't like, it's maybe this. It feels a little flimsy, but it definitely works, so not a big deal there. So that's all I got, y'all. Like the video if you like the video. If you're not a subscriber, please consider doing so. Man, the channel is really growing. I really appreciate you guys for coming on board, man. I got so much more to come, so come on along with me. And if you know anybody that might be interested in this Spark clone or whatever you want to call it, share the video with them. And as always, be good to somebody and be good to yourself. Later. When you can't find the right quadcopter,
Gadget, baby.
call the Gadget.